Hey!
Let's get this show going, man.
Welcome to the Bleeding Burgundy Podcast, a Washington Commanders podcast for fans by fans, with your hosts, Jessy Martin.
Because 90% of them are wrong. They're fucking wrong.
Max Taman.
You've got a plate of shit and you've got a bowl of shit. They're the same thing.
Scott Hartley.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Yeah.
John Taman.
What the hell was I talking about?
I just don't get it. I don't get it.
And now, the world's worst podcast host, John Taman.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Saturday morning. Hey, man, we're doing a show early Saturday morning because, hey, we got football coming up at 1 o'clock today. And, you know, we don't want to just do a 20-minute show at 4 o'clock and miss half of the game. So, fuck it. We're just going to start right now. And we had one person watching just a minute ago, and they're gone. So, if you're out there watching somewhere, come on in. And if you're watching afterwards, fine, whatever. If you're still laying in bed, fucking A. Just watch us and, you know, try to see if you can get the girlfriend to give you a tickle. Or, you know, vice versa. All right, so let's see. We got some football stuff to talk about. We got Fedarian Mathis. Fedarian Mathis is gone.
I told you yesterday.
Dude, who didn't see the writing on that wall?
Hey, I still told you, all right?
All right.
Hey, Fedarian Mathis is gone before Derek Forrest. I told you, Jesse.
It's probably because he eats more. I would say this. If you ever remember that movie, The Life of Brian, which I dearly love, there's a scene in which he paints graffiti all over the walls and the frickin' Roman comes around and makes him change the grammar on all of it, right? Well, that was how it looked, and it just said Fedarian Mathis is going to be cut. And it started about a month ago. All right, so if you're still a Ron Rivera guy hanging around here, you better look around your neck, see if there's a rope.
I'm sorry.
All right, hey, what's up, Timothy? All right, let's see here. We got something to talk about. We got the class of 2025 finalists for the Hall of Fame has come out.
The class?
The class. That's right. We're going to do the Elmer Fudd style here on the Bleeding Burgundy Podcast. We got two guys named Alwyn, one guy named Gates, one guy named Kukwi, Smith Sr.,
Is this your list as to who's getting in?
No, I'm just saying the names that would be fun to say if you were Elmer Fudd. So,
All
right. So there's a list here of 15 guys that have been selected as finalists. Actually, there's a list of 14 guys and one that just completely doesn't belong. But I'm sure we'll have that discussion. All right, so what we've done is we've just all gone ahead and picked our 6. And because Scott didn't get into the room until like 10 seconds before we were ready to go. Oh, you got your 6 ready to go? All right, Scott. He's got his list. That man can make a list faster than anybody. I'm telling you, you should talk to the Guinness people.
I mean,
I'm serious.
Drinking the Guinness.
I think we need Karen in the chat just to like, hey, which one is faster, Scott in bed or Scott making a list?
Ooh, well, that's tough.
A rough one. That is a low blow right there. That is a man.
I mean, the low blow would get Scott there.
Good,
so
I think you can have. Can't you have up to 7 in there?
I suppose.
They
it's
put
the
in
Hall of Fame.
8
They can do what they want. It
they
used to be
put in
only 5.
8 tops, but that includes the senior members.
We go with
usually do
6.
2 seniors. Yeah, we'll go with 6. However many you think. All right, up to 6. All right, so go ahead. Max, why don't you go ahead and get us started? Who's your first?
So, do we want to read the list first? Just so
if you want to go ahead and read the list, please read the list.
Well, let me pull that up.
For all of you at home playing along.
Give me a moment. Let me pull the list up. There we go. So the total list is...
Look, Scott looking over his glasses at you about how you've handled this list.
I know, I'm awful.
Scott's like...
So there's Eric Allen, who was a corner in the 80s to 90s. There's Jared Allen, who was a defensive end in the 2000s.
Vikings,
There's Vikings, Chiefs, Bears, Panthers, everywhere.
Right.
There's Willie Anderson, who was a tackle for the Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
There's Jerry Evans, who was a guard for the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
There's Antonio Gates, who was a tight end for the Chargers. There's Torrey Holt, who was a receiver for the Rams. Luke Kuechly, who was a linebacker for the Panthers. Eli Manning, who we all know. Steve Smith Sr., who was a receiver for the Panthers and Ravens. Terrell Suggs, who was a linebacker for the Ravens, Cardinals, and Chiefs. Fred Taylor, who was a running back for the Jags. Adam Vinatieri, who was a kicker for the Patriots and Colts. Reggie Wayne, who was a receiver for the Colts. Darren Woodson, who was a safety for the Cowboys. And lastly, there's Marshall Yanda, who was a guard for the Ravens.
I think Yonda's on the list because they're very light on guys with Y as a last name. I think Ron Yeri's in there, and that's about it. So they were trying to fill out their phone book.
So,
all right. So
out of those, my 6 is Antonio Gates,
Okay.
Torrey Holt,
Okay.
Luke Kuechly,
Okay.
Steve Smith Sr., Reggie Wayne, and Fred Taylor.
Okay, you got 5 out of my 6. Scott, go ahead. Who you got?
I've got Suggs, Gates, Kuechly, Smith Sr., Holt, and Manning.
You don't have Antonio.
Yeah, Antonio Gates. I said him second.
Oh,
Suggs, Gates, Kuechly, Smith Sr., Holt, and Manning.
so you don't have Reggie Wayne. Okay.
No.
Who
But
you have
if you're
against,
going to
Scotty?
if you're going to choose between Manning and Wayne, then that's a toss up. So I've got Suggs, Gates, Kuechly, Smith Sr., Holt, and Manning.
Every time I hear that name, I'm hitting that button. All right, Jesse, who do you have for your 6? Do I have to get on the button?
I got Jared Allen. I don't think people realize how much of a monster that guy
He was a beast.
He
Fucking
was.
monster. He's so good. Great defensive end. I got Antonio Gates. I got Kuechly. I got Marshall Yonda in there. I think he's pretty damn good. Guard. He was a guard, right? Yeah, he was a guard.
Yeah.
There's not too many guards in the Hall of Fame of the modern era, anyway.
I'm gonna put Reggie Wayne in there. I love Torrey Holt. He gets in, but not this year for me. And I'm gonna go Fred Taylor.
Oh,
My only thing about Jared Allen is
Manning's going to get in, he's not a first ballot for me, but I think he gets in.
Yeah, okay.
My only thing about Jared Allen, Jesse, is while he was good and he was a game wrecker, was he as much of a game wrecker as the other guys on that list? And I think you could put him in based off my list. I think Allen is probably number 8. I really struggled with putting Suggs, but I couldn't figure out who to take off. So
I think he was, man. I think Jared Allen was just. Every time I watched the Vikings play, man, he just stuck out every fucking game, man. Every game.
He was a team leader, too. I mean, that's the other thing. He wasn't just quietly going about his business. He was quite flamboyant about it. And, hell yeah, you're right. He was a game wrecker.
And I like Eric Allen, too. I thought about him as well. I did.
Mm-hmm.
I did. I think he deserves to be in there as well.
I have 6 right here. You all have all called him out, so I'm just going to call him out. Torrey Holt, definitely, absolutely, 100%. Luke Kuechly, definitely, absolutely, 100%. I think he's on a very short list of best middle linebackers ever. And I mean, when I say very short list, I'm talking 10.
And the thing with Kuechly, man, he could have played for 3 or 4 more years.
Maybe.
Yeah, but he was getting concussions off the wazoo.
Yeah, and that's, it's nice to have not jello between your brains. I got Reggie Wayne in there. That dude was just stunningly good. I don't care whether he had Peyton Manning as his quarterback. Peyton Manning had him as a wide receiver as well. I got Terrell Suggs in there because he was a game wrecker. That dude had tiny little fucking chiclets as teeth, but he could get in there and beat the shit out of somebody all game long. If you needed a play, Terrell Suggs was your guy. If you needed a mouthpiece, he didn't even bother with one. Let's see. I got Antonio Gates in there. You couldn't stop him in his prime, and I got Steve Smith in there because I think Steve Smith should go in a wing by himself or with maybe a couple others that are just ultimate badasses of the NFL.
Like, he's a badass. I don't.
The thing about Steve Smith is when you look at Steve Smith, he is the epitome of a football player.
He is, man.
I mean, dude,
if you're in the deepest scrap in an alley getting in a fight, you want Steve Smith on your side for sure.
And that's great, but he's in the Hall of Very Good for me.
Ooh. All right. Well, the only one of us that was stupid was Scott with his Eli Manning.
Hey, I'm with you, Scott. Eli Manning is 100%.
He's going to get in, but I can argue Wayne. I can argue Wayne. So I know what you mean. Instead of Manning, that's fine. Should we get on to last week then?
Happy
Yes,
holidays,
please.
Deluxe, and everybody in the chat. Timothy, Scott, G.
So hang on, just
Hey,
real
what's up,
quick.
Scott? What's up, Timothy?
Just
What's
about
up?
the
I said to you, Timothy. Hey, what's up, Deluxe? What's going on?
Story Holt versus Steve Smith. Just so you know, Jesse, Steve Smith outperformed him in every statistic.
That's fine, but the statistics aren't everything.
No,
You're
they're
right,
not
but
everything.
in terms of receiver, catches, yards, touchdowns, averages, rushing yard, like every single major statistic,
How many years longer did he play? Because I know Holt played a while, but
played
Steve Smith
for like a million fucking years too.
That's a credit to him, though. That's not something to take away from him. I like Steve Smith. I think he's a Hall of Fame player because he is a football player consummate. The dude is a competitor 100% through and through. And if you needed a guy to go out there and just can make a play and beat somebody's ass and then fucking look at him afterwards, it was him. All right, so let's hear from the big embossed book. Scotty.
Big embossed book is open. So last week then, let's look at the predictions. Jessy, you ended with 10 predictions correctly. John, you got 12 correct. Max, you got 11, and I got 10. So this week's winner is John. John, you have the win.
I missed 3.
You missed 3, yeah. So the 3 that you missed, Max, let me have a look back. Arizona against Carolina. You went with Philly against us. And the third one...
I did Jacksonville.
Jacksonville, yeah.
I know I missed the 49ers last week. And then I don't know what the other one was.
On to the bets then. So the bets, Jessy, $50 on the over Houston versus Kansas City. That got you 93.48. Then you had a plus 827, which was a Jamar Chase anytime touchdown, a Ford TD, a Higgins anytime TD, and Cincinnati minus the 8.5 points. That gave you 463. Your same game parlay was a plus 2,771. That came in at $100, giving you 2,871. Fantastic, well played.
Kaboom!
Minnesota minus the $350 on that. That was 95.45. Then you had $1,000 on the money line for Buffalo. That gave you 1,083. And your downs for the total for the week was 1,400. Your returns were 4,605. Giving you a profit of 3,205.93. Well done.
That's got to be the win of the year.
Massive. No, Max's is still the highest of the year. Yeah.
Wow. Great. That's a great week.
That is a great week. John, on to you.
Let's go to the losing side of the book.
No. Let's go
to the book that's all ready.
Let's just look. $50 Kansas City minus 3.5 and the over of 41.5 was a plus 248. That gave you 174. 50 on Baltimore minus 7. That gave you 97.62. 50 on Green Bay minus 14.5. That was 95.45. $10 on Atlanta money line gave you $12.08. Where that bet came from, I don't know. But it all makes sense in the end. $50 LA Rams minus the 397.62. Then you had a plus 423 come in. Was a $50 Addison touchdown anytime, a JSN anytime touchdown, plus 60 yards for JSN. That gave you 261.50.
Who's JSN? Who do you mean?
Jackson
Smith and Jigba. That's it, yeah, and Jigba, yeah. Your total downs this week or last week was 685. Your returns was 738.27, giving you a profit of $53.27. So it was in the good books.
I was in the black today.
You were. The one I put down, the only bet, which is bizarre, I don't know why I went so timid, was Minnesota minus 3. That the one that came in was, I put 250 on that. That gave me 477.27. My totals down for the week was 450. My returns were 477.27, giving me a $27.27 profit. Thanks, Minnesota. And then Max, you put $150 down and your return was 0. So, yes. and 100 of it was on your long shot.
You ain't got shit.
100 of it was on your long shot. So
that's going to be breaking my leg come September.
Your loss was 150. So overall for the season, predictions wise, it's Jessy on 4. John has also pulled level at 4 on the predictions. Max, you have 1 and I have 3 on the bets. Jessy's still commanding lead, 9. John has 3. Max has 2. I have 1. So the winners for this week was Jessy on the bets and John on the predictions. Well done, both.
I must say, I would like to thank all the little people out there that helped me achieve this month or this week. So
$50 for Christmas. Yeah, happy days, John.
You know what? Just for grins, last week I put $1 down on whatever Cynthia Freeland said, right, for her parlay of the week. I put it down on whatever it was, and she had me at over 191.5 passing yards for Jalen Hurts, which I figured was reasonable, but he didn't get anywhere close to that and fucked my whole bet. So that's what happens when you bounce your head off the turf, which, I went back and I looked at the replay of that play from Philadelphia television stations, and honest to God, on their TV, it looks like fucking Quan takes out a goddamn pipe wrench and hits him in the head with it. Bunch of fucking pussy whiners. All right, so let's get on to some football games today. Thankfully, I would like to make sure that we're all well aware that the only person here that was dumb enough to put Eli Manning in the Hall of Fame. Because it's I'm a quarter zip kind of guy. Hey, I could put my there we go. Why do I look like I'm in a brothel? Oh, I guess she must mean my light's back there.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, with the way I'm feeling today after being so flush with my $50 win, I tell you, maybe I will. Maybe I will. I think I could put some flyers out. What do you think?
John starting OnlyFans. No, I don't think so.
That's right. The only people there would be me, because
that's not the first game, boys.
What the hell is that?
I got the Chargers. I got the Chargers versus New England. I think is the first one on the docket. There you go.
It is. It's up at the top.
Ah, there it is.
There
All
it
right,
is.
we have the
This line is
Chargers.
5.5.
Yeah, it's
are
5.5,
facing the New England Patriots. Line is at 5.5. Over under 42.5. Yeah, give me the Chargers. Patriots have been playing a little bit better. Drake May's been looking pretty good. I think he's going to turn out to be a damn good quarterback. Mm-hmm. Like we talked about, in the draft process. The whole thing in the beginning. May or Daniels or May. Some of us, had preferred May earlier on in the process, and then I think we all kind of brightened up. But I still think May was going to turn out to be a really good quarterback. But I think this task is going to be too tough. I think the Chargers, they're fighting for a playoff spot, if I remember correctly. So, the Chargers got everything to win.
Patriots don't.
Patriots don't. Yeah, I think they're fighting for a draft position right now. So give me the Chargers. I'll even put 50 on laying the 5.5.
5.5.
Yeah, it's at 5.5.
Yeah, it's 5.5. Yeah,
it's 5.5. All right, I guess I got it last night when it was 4.5. I'm also in on the Chargers at 5.5 for sure, and I don't like that over under. I think it's going to be right around that number there. I don't like any of the other players in the game for any kind of touchdowns or anything like that. I just don't think that I can predict the Chargers well enough, because you never know. Is it going to be Quentin Johnston? Is it going to be Labaconki? And with the fucking Patriots, you really never know. You really fucking never know. So I'm just going to go ahead and put $50 down on the Chargers, giving the 5.5 points. And I'd say by 4:15 this afternoon, that will be a winner.
Yeah, Max.
So the Chargers are a winning in. Just so we all have it. I'm going to put $100 on the Chargers laying the points, as well as a J.K. Dobbins anytime touchdown. It's his first game back.
Okay.
Okay, so Max, so you're going LAC 5.5 for 100 plus a Dobbins.
And Scotty, that is a plus 186.
Plus 186. Thank you. Can I also do a parlay on this one? I'm going to go the same as you boys. I think the Chargers are going to win this game quite handily. I've gone Chargers laying those 5.5, and I'm going to take a Lad McConkey anytime touchdown for whatever that's worth for 50.
That is plus 269.
Plus 269. Thank you, Max. I appreciate you. Okay.
All right, moving right along to the 4:00 game. We have the Bengals at the Broncos. Yes, this is going to be a good game. Bengals -3. I think the Bengals are fighting for their playoff lives. I think they got a slight chance of making the playoffs if So
they can still make that 7th seed, I think, Jesse. Just
the big thing is they need to win.
They've got to win this game.
They need to win, and I think they're going to win. I think the Broncos. I think this is going to be a shootout type of game. But Joe Burrow has, if they had a winning record throughout the season, Joe Burrow would be in the MVP conversation. That's how good he's played. And it's because of their defense that he's not in the MVP conversation. So give me the Bengals.
Oh, you want the Bengals? Okay.
Yep. I want the Bengals, and I might have a parlay for you in a minute, but go ahead.
Okay.
Max.
John.
Go ahead. What you
go
got,
ahead,
Pops?
Max. Go ahead,
Me?
Max.
All right.
Yep.
So I think Denver's going to win this game. I think their defense is really good. With that being said, though, Scott, I'm going to put $100 on a Burrow under 276.5 and a Chase and Chase.
276.5.
And a Chase and Chase.
Under plus Chase and Chase. Yeah,
And that's
I got you.
plus 504.
Having a hard time getting the site to
Go on,
load
Max.
here.
So you take for the book, though, it's Denver win, yeah?
Denver for the win, and then Burrow's going to be under that, but with Chase and Chase.
Got you.
I think Denver's defense is too good. Pat Surtain.
I think it's very good, yeah. I do think it's very good. John, what do you think of this game?
Surtain against Chase Brown, though. That's the thing. And what I saw last week.
Wait. What?
Excuse me. Chase. Jamar Chase.
There you go.
There's too many chases on that team. And the fact of the matter is that the guy that they're chasing around, Jamar Chase, is not the guy that Burrow's going to be hitting. It's going to be T. Higgins. I think last week he got 14 targets. So he was like far and away, almost doubled the targets that Jamar Chase got. I'm taking the Bengals all day long in this game because I think it's a matter of that the Bengals offense is good enough to be able to put points up on that Broncos defense, even though the Broncos defense is good. And I don't think that even though the Bengals defense is horrible, I don't think the Broncos are going to be able to pace with them. You know, I think that the Bengals are one of those offenses that can just step on the field and score, and they're going to. They're like you said, it's a very slim chance for them. Denver's also got some playoff implications going on. Does the Chargers game at 1:00 mean anything to their game? I think it should, right?
No.
No?
No.
Nothing at all? Nothing in terms of the division? Nothing?
Well,
the Chiefs already won the division.
Let me see what their clinching is. Hang on.
Yes, let's see all the angles here.
While you do that, Scott, I'm gonna do a Sutton, Chase Brown, and T. Higgins touchdown.
You know what? I like that. Give me
Plus
that too. $50.
869.
Yeah,
So
I like
Sutton, Chase Brown, and Higgins, yeah?
Yep.
that. I like that
For
too
50,
for 50.
And that was how much? A plus 8? Sorry, Jesse, what was it? A plus 8?
869.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And
I
you
like
want
that
exactly
too.
this. You want exactly the same, John? Yeah.
Absolutely.
So the Chargers game, the only impact that it will have on the Broncos is if the Chargers lose.
All right, I don't think that's going to happen.
If the Chargers lose and the Broncos win, then they'll flop 6 and 7 seeds.
Yeah, that's like
okay.
50 degrees up there. And that's I think would be the only chance that New England would have is that they either put, Pretty Boy out. They either put him out, Herbert goes out, or it's freezing cold, and it's not freezing cold. So, yeah,
Okay,
give me the Bengals all day long in this. I will also, like I said, $50 on -3, and I'm also going to put 50 on the over. So I got 3 on this game for 50.
-3.
John, are we doing your card now?
Yeah, I might as well do the card because my card doesn't really fit in anywhere. So, all right, here's my big parlay card for the week. This is my gigantic one that I'm putting. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you how much I'm going to put down on it just yet. I got the Rams -6.5, Panthers plus 8.5, Lions -3.5, Rams and Cardinals over 47.5 points. Cowboys, Eagles over 38.5 points. I don't get that. That's just too low for those two. Bills and Jets over 46.5. Is that what that says? I'm sorry, it's small.
Hey,
I think.
when you made that, you know that Hurts isn't playing, right?
I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't play last week, and they put 33 points up. Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm not too concerned about that. Yes, and by the way, I was awake this week, so yeah, I do know that Jalen Hurts isn't fucking playing. Because I've heard nothing but Eagle fans whining all week about everything, because everybody knows that last week the Commanders just beat them up with a hammer, and the refs didn't see it. All right, Bills versus Jets over 46.5. Dolphins versus Browns over 37.5. Again, it's going to rain, but it's not going to be that bad, and it's not going to be freezing, so yeah, give me that. Packers and Vikings over 48.5. That's plus 16,673. I'm going to go ahead and put $50 down on that, Scotty. Next week is my week for the big win.
I thought we said that my long shot was supposed to be the biggest plus. Golly.
No, yours wasn't supposed to be the biggest plus. Whatever it was just everybody gets to put down whatever they think is going to be their big parlay, and this is mine. So we also have a rule that says no fucking whining.
So I'm on Cincinnati for this game quite heavily. I just think, as you said, John, Max, I don't disagree with you. I think the Broncos could win this game quite easily, but I just think that they're not going to be able to keep up with the scoring of the Bengals. So right. For me, yeah, that's where I'm going. Can someone have a look at me and for me and see what $50 minus the points plus a T. Higgins touchdown would be?
You want the Broncos plus 3?
So no, sorry. The Bengals giving the 3.
And T. Higgins?
And a T. Higgins anytime touchdown, yeah.
That is plus 258.
Okay, I'll put 50 on that. Plus 258. Happy.
So I'm the lone wolf for the Broncos?
I don't disagree with you. I think they could honestly win that game. It depends. It depends which Bengals turn up.
I think the Bengals' offense is. I don't know. Didn't the Broncos get smashed?
Same Bengals that always turn up. Their offense.
No, but they can be. Yeah, well, I know what you mean, but they can be awful at times. So they've had games where you think they're going to blow a team out, and then the next thing you know, it's they've been beat by 20 points. And if they can establish the run, the Broncos, then they got a good chance in this game. It's going to be a good game to watch. That actually, to be fair.
It's going to be the only game to watch, unless you want to watch one of these. Bowl games that really don't look very good.
All right, we got the Cardinals and the Rams. Rams are favored by 6.5. Over under is 47.5. And give me the Rams.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We're going to go ahead and wrap. I think they can wrap up the division, right?
Yeah.
Well, no, the Seattle won. Don't the Seattle and Rams play at the last game of the season? Each other?
But if the Rams win, the Seahawks are going to be a game back anyway. So the Rams would have the tiebreakers. So they essentially will wrap the division up.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but give me the Rams. Go ahead and give me a Nakua touchdown and a
Nakua.
Kyron Williams touchdown.
$50.
Yeah.
Got you.
And that's plus 171.
Plus 171. That's a good bet, actually, Jesse. Okay, John, what says you in this game?
I will put $50 down on the Rams, given 6.5 points. I will also put $50 down on the over in this game, over 47.5 points. I'm going to build me a little tiny parlay here. I'm going to say Cardinals wide receiver Michael Wilson over 29.5 yards receiving. I like that, and I'm going to pop that on to a Cooper Kupp over 49.5 yards. Give me that as well for $50. Those two.
Yeah, 1 second, mate.
Fuck no, 1 second. Do it. God damn it.
Right, so what was the first part of that? Sorry, I missed that first part. How many over yards it was?
It was Michael Wilson over 29.5.
Wilson over 29.5, and the second
Kupp
part was
over
a Cooper
49.5.
Yeah. Oh, it's Kupp over 49.5.
Right.
Okay, and 50?
50.
Would be, anyone got that?
Oh, no, I don't have it.
What are we doing? Cooper Kupp.
Sorry.
I got it.
Yeah, sorry.
Cooper Kupp over 49.5, and a Wilson over 29.5.
Where's my passing props at? Shit.
It would be
receiving.
That's what I meant.
Plus 226
Thank
is
you.
what it would be. Sorry, this is Saturday. I'm used to not doing anything for the podcast. I do everything on Friday night. Fuck it. I'm taking.
It's just because I can't get the odds up because obviously FanDuel is not allowed in the UK. So I can get you in my terms. That would be like 16-1, or you know what I mean, 8-1, and it's like, oh yeah, okay, and then you'd be like, what the fuck does that even mean? Whereas I'm like, I don't know what +226 means. You know what I mean?
Well,
it's just how we work with bookies.
Okay,
it's different.
Jesse,
we use fractionals.
Yep. The Rams, because the Seahawks won, they cannot clinch based off just their win. However, they do have like a 6-way thing to clinch it based off strength of victory tiebreaker.
Yeah.
So the Rams need to win, and with that, the Rams will win. Give me the Rams for the book.
Yeah, Rams
strength of victory. They shouldn't even get any points for strength of victory versus the Bears. That was a horrible win. I
mean the Rams can get it based off the strength of victory tiebreaker over. No,
I know.
Okay,
I know what it is. I was just talking about that goddamn awful Seahawks Bears game.
Let's see here. What is the strength of victory tiebreaker they need? I agree. Just go ahead and skip it.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to matter. The Rams are going to go out. The Seahawks are all but done.
All right, we have the battle with the backup quarterbacks in the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles are favored by 7. Over unders 38.5. Look, I kind of like the freaking Cowboys in this game. I don't know why.
To win
in
Philly?
A little bit, yeah. Ooh. A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna put 50 on the Cowboys to cover.
Okay.
That is reasonable. All right. I tell you what, I do like the over on this game. I'm going to put $100 on the over. Over 38.5.
I hope so.
Oh yeah, for sure. I did have one other thing that I wanted to do on this.
All right. Well, he's thinking.
Yeah, I don't have it in front of me.
Scotty, I'm going to do my patented. The Cowboys are going to cover, but the Eagles are going to win.
Yeah.
And I want $50 on that, please, at a +206.
+206 max, and that is Eagles win.
Cowboys cover.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. The only one that you were close on last week was the Atlanta one. You said Atlanta win, or was it Arizona? I can't remember who it was.
I had Arizona. Did I not get the? What did I have for the Bengals game last week, Scott?
Let me see.
Because I have written down Cincinnati -8.5 and Jamar anytime touchdown. Did I have a Chase and Chase?
Yes, on top of that, yeah.
All right.
Okay, here's what I'm going to give you. I'm going to go ahead and say for the Eagles game, A.J. Brown and Saquon Barkley anytime touchdown scorers. Saquon Barkley over 12.5 yards receiving. A.J. Brown over 69.5 yards receiving. Nice. And that is at +850.
Saquon's receiving lines are always low.
They're low because they threw it to him once last week.
A.J. Brown, Barkley 12.5, and what was the other bit of
Brown 69.5. 69.5.
Brown.
Yeah. They're always low because they throw it to him like once a game. Last week he would have gotten it by like 0.5 yards if
Wagner
didn't swat the ball out. He needed 19.5 yards, and it was like a 20-yard pass on that play, and Wagner swatted it out.
So who are we going for the win here then?
Oh, I'm going to go for the Eagles on the win, and I'm going to go ahead and lay the 7 points. I don't feel optimistic for the Cowboys like Jesse does.
Well,
I don't see any.
Jesse,
there's no prop lines
Cowboys
over there
for the book, or were you taking Philly?
I'm taking Eagles for the book. Cowboys
Eagles
for
the book. Got ya. No, that makes sense.
What's up with CeeDee Lamb?
He's out for the year.
He's out.
Shut down.
IR. It's gone to IR.
All right. What was it? I mean, but what's up with it?
Shoulder.
Shoulder? Because I knew, he was really in pain last week.
Well, he plays for Dallas.
Well, it's kind of painful. Did you see there's a Showtime series coming on about the Cowboys?
Is it called The Desperate Housewives of Dallas?
I don't know. It's
featuring Jerry Jones.
That's right.
All right, we got the Colts at New York. Colts are favored by 7.5. Over unders 40.5. And give me the Colts covering, laying those points, putting 50 on it.
All right, I tell you what. I'm going to put the under for $50 on this game, and then I'm not touching anything
Colts
else. I'm
might
going to
score
pick the
40
Colts
by
to
themselves.
win. No, they ain't.
I said 40, not 41.
They ain't. No, they're not. I'll tell you what. Like I said,
Under-
Colts to
under, did
win
you
for the
say?
book. Yeah, and under 40.5. This game's going to be like 17-10.
Okay.
The people that are sitting in the crowd are going to keep looking
Max.
at each other going, why the fuck are we here?
Yeah. Give me the Colts for the book, please, Scotty.
Yeah, same for me. Colts for the book. I don't want anything to do with this. The Colts will win this quite handily, I think, but I'm not sure how much. Like you said, John, it could be like 17-6.
Yeah. 20
You know
to
what I mean?
6, 20 to 10.
Tim Boyle. I mean, the amount of people who have tickets from Christmas will be like, yeah, thanks for that.
If Scotty came over to
Sitting
watch
in the
this game,
stand.
Scotty would go down and fucking yell at some guy, "Look, mate, stand the fuck up so I don't have to watch this fucking game."
Exactly. I'd find the guy with the cane and I'd ask him to stand up.
Get the fuck in front of me, you goddamn willy.
I flew 5,000 miles to stare at your back this time.
I didn't want to come see
Yeah.
this shit. Right. All right. Let's see who we got now. Oh, Scott's
Pisser
Pisser of the Week. There we go. Oh, that's
Yeah,
disgusting.
so this is my pisser of the week.
How do you get on the top of the urinal?
What's that?
I don't-
Well,
yeah,
you
how do
stand
you-
back. You stand back and you fucking lean back and you shoot.
Depends if it's Merrick Hemingway. You rest it on top.
He's got to sling it over his shoulder like a fucking bazooka.
So yeah,
No,
Jared
seriously,
Goff.
you never bet $5 with your buddy. How far can you go?
No.
No,
Me neither.
can't say I have.
I just wanted to see if anybody would have said so.
Jared Goff, 175 plus passing yards. Jameer Gibbs, anytime touchdown. And Isaac Guerrero, anytime touchdown. James Cook, anytime touchdown. Barkley, anytime touchdown. And the Lions, -3.
Hold on a second. The Philly game's back on, so I can get the spread.
It's okay.
It's actually -3.5 right now.
Philly game?
The Eagles game?
Detroit,
Oh.
the Lions.
I was going to say.
Yeah, 3.5. Yeah.
I was going to get over there and jump on that shit.
I also just want to
Okay,
say
so
that
3.5. I'll still take the 3.5. That's fine.
if I walked into a bathroom and the urinals were that close together, I would leave.
Well, yeah, but I only have so much space to put.
I
It's
know
about
that.
etiquette, though. It's
So-
about
but yeah,
etiquette,
you're
though.
right.
So if you went in and you were say you were on the left, where would you go? You'd instantly go probably to the left hand side.
Probably.
Then I would go into the stall if that was the case. If there's only
Yeah,
two like that.
but Scott, what if Joe Schmo's in there destroying that stall? What are you going to do? Just stand there and wait for me?
yeah.
Plus 1380.
What my piss is plus 1380. Thank you. Plus.
Aaron, cash that in.
1380.
I'm with you, Scott.
Oh, hi, Jack.
I mean, unless we're both in the stall
I'm
at the
gonna put
same
100
time.
on that.
What are you doing, big boy?
There you go. Oof, that's what.
All right, game of the week right here, boys.
Yeah, let me
game
get my
of
parlay
the
up here, see that.
week.
Ugh.
Say hi to Jack.
Raiders
What's up, Jack?
against the Saints. Raiders are favored by 1.5. Over under is 37.5. And is anybody got a coin? I need to flip this because I got no fucking.
It's
All right,
just a
this one's
joke of a
heads.
game. This
This is heads. This is tails. Ready?
Heads.
It is
Saints
heads.
win.
And not only is it heads, but it landed on my dick.
Thanks, Dad.
Hey,
yeah, cheers for that. Yeah.
Who's
this is
playing
the kind of
quarterback?
detail you tune into this show for.
Quarterback for is Aiden O'Connell for the Raiders and Spencer Rattler for the Saints.
Jesus Christ. The people at the Colts game are probably going to be looking at this game and going, well, we ain't
hey,
there.
hey, that game's inside, though.
Yeah, that's true. Jesus.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the home team. I guess I don't like it, but
Yeah.
fuck it.
I'm going to take New Orleans too. Go on, John. What are you saying?
That's what I'm saying. Give me the Raiders. Give me the Raiders. They'll win by a half a point, and that'll be it. Yeah, I'll take the Raiders. The over under I'm not touching. Hell no. This game's got 16-10 written all over it. 14-3.
Give me the Saints, please.
Saints. Yeah, me too.
So I'm lone wolf. on the
Apparently,
Raiders.
the talk is that the head coach might be on his way out there. I can't remember his name.
Antonio Pierce.
That's it. And they reckon Mike Vrabel will be the new head coach of the Raiders, potentially.
All right. We got the Jets
game
at the Bills. Bills are favored.
You want to know the big storyline behind this game?
I'll tell you what. Change mine to the Saints, because if that's the case, if Vrabel might take over the Raiders, they might just fucking throw it under the bus just to get Antonio Pierce out of there.
Yeah.
You know, the big thing about this game is Aaron Rodgers is 1 touchdown away from 500 career, which means he's not going to throw it.
The big galoot. It's got to be, hasn't it?
I mean, shocker. Give me the Bills.
Yeah, me too.
If the Bills won every time Jesse picked them, they'd be undefeated.
Should be.
I think that's a Bleeding Burgundy guarantee. That don't even bother watching the game. We've all picked the Bills.
Scott, for the Lions game, do you already have it all written down for Jesse?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I've got an Amon-Ra St. Brown touchdown. I've got Jimmy Higgins, Sam Laporta. It's already in the book.
Let me see here.
Do you want anything on this Bills game? Because no
I will
doubt
take
about
the Bills
it. John,
minus
John
9.5 for $50. They're going to smoke the Jets.
Wow.
Hell yeah, fuck this. The Jets are just shit. And as a matter of fact, what else I'm going to do here real quick is I want to see real quick what is the
John's going to put
They
2
don't even have him
touchdowns
on the
on, 2
goddamn-
rushing touchdowns on Josh Allen.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, I was.
Were you? Were you going to do that?
I was.
Nice.
Did they shut down Garrett Wilson?
No,
He's not anywhere on this damn thing.
because the Jets are terrible.
I know. I wanted to go under whatever his yardage was, but he's not on here. So I can't do that. So then I'm not going to touch anything else. I would just go give me an anytime touchdown for James Cook. $10
Well, on
just
top
for,
of-
so I can
on
win
top-
what $10.12.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. That's what I'll do. I'll parlay this: Bills minus 9.5, over 46.5. James Cook touchdown, $50. Wonder why Garrett Wilson, the only receiver listed. They don't even have Devontae Adams listed on here.
They have Breece Hall. That's it.
Breece Hall, that's it.
So what's the what would be the numbers for that?
You've got what?
Bills.
I got
Bills
minus
laying
9.5,
points.
over under 46.5, over 46.5, and
A
James
Cook
Cook
anytime
touchdown.
TD.
Cook. That's what it was. Cook touchdown is that.
Not just it's a 3
that, and you said the over
over, yeah.
plus 341.
There you go.
Nice. Okay.
There
Max,
you
do you want anything on this game?
Yeah, give me the Bills to cover and Josh Allen to have 2 touchdowns. I'm going to say that they're going to let them skydive in from the plane on the flyover during the national anthem, and he'll float down during the kickoff, and then he'll land in the end zone for an anytime touchdown.
So you're going? Is it a rushing or does it?
What's
2
the odds on
rushing
that?
touchdowns? Is that what you want?
2 anytime touchdowns, yes. And that's
Two.
a plus 661. So rushing,
Plus
receiving,
661.
fumble recovery,
Anything? Yeah.
getting airlifted into the end zone. I mean, it's Josh Allen. Who knows what he'll do?
Oof,
He
50
might not
bucks.
win
What is
the-
that thing attached to the back of your chair?
What, this?
Yeah.
No, it's attached to the ceiling.
Oh, because everything's
Jesse,
moving
do you
around.
want anything on this game?
Nah.
Okay, I'm good too.
Go ahead and put 500 on Bills money line.
Money line. Yeah, I love it.
What's that going to win you?
Like
$1.50.
500, 506.
$98.
There you go.
Yeah,
All right,
can I put
another game of the week
Can
here.
I put 3.5 million, please, on the Bills money line? Yeah. Oh shit! What that
That'll
guy,
win you
man.
$13.72 there, sir.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we got the Tennessee Titans playing the Jaguars.
Imagine
Fucking Jags, man.
if you were sitting there deciding whether you wanted to go to see the Giants and the Colts, the Raiders or the frickin' Saints,
Saint.
or this game.
Oof.
It's not a hard choice for Scotty. He's still flush
No,
with
no.
his holiday motorboating, so he'd make the right choice.
Tennessee every time. I watched the Jags last week, and it was one of the worst teams I've ever seen. And they are very, very.
We've seen some bad teams here in Washington.
They are very, very beaten up in the secondary. So I got absolutely no chance that Mac Jones can pull them out of the bag here against a division rival. Not for me. See you later.
But the Titans are bad too.
I know they are, but they've got a decent enough defense. They've got enough to stop this Jags team. This Jags team has absolutely nothing on offense apart from Brian Thomas Jr. Evan Ingram's not getting going. They've got, I can't remember, ETN did 0 last week. They were hopeless against the Raiders, and the Raiders gave them opportunity after opportunity to get this game, and they just couldn't respond. They were shockingly bad. Doug Peterson is got to go.
Scotty, here's my question: is how bad is Karen about the Jags right now?
So she was literally throwing the laptop around and just fucking. I was like, right, okay. And then obviously that was after me nearly having a heart attack 3 times watching the Commanders go. But yeah, man.
Yeah, but you're sitting over there all smug, just like
I was, yeah. And she's just looking at me like, you arsehole, you're supposed to be shit. And I'm like, yeah, well, you're right, we are. Yeah. But
there's no one-point safety show this week because Scott had to put his makeup on for his black eye that Karen gave him.
Don't, you're making her out to be like she's like I'm some sort of abused husband, and it's not the case at all.
No.
She's very lovely, apart from when I'm very loud or she wants to spray me with a water bottle.
Well, just remember, over here at John's Brothel, you're welcome anytime, Scott. Your money's good here.
John's Brothel. Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
So just because
Titans.
I just looked at the
Titans
Jags
got to take
stats.
the Titans. Honestly.
Do you guys want to know something kind of funny? So
Yeah.
Brian Thomas is their leading receiver with 1,088 yards.
That's
You want to
good
have
for a
any
rookie.
guesses for who number 2 is on the Jags?
No.
Scott, who do you think the number 2 receiver on the Jags is right now?
I'm going to go with Evan Ingram.
Jesse, you got a guess?
I don't know who their other fucking
Parker
receivers
Washington.
are.
It's Christian Kirk, and Christian Kirk hasn't played since October.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Evan Ingram has 365 yards, and he's in 3rd.
Okay, I wasn't far off. Max, who are you
What a
taking for
lousy
this
game.
one?
Shot. Give me Jacksonville. I don't know.
Go on, Jags. Well done.
Come on. I need Karen to not call me a wanker. So
That's fair enough, John. Jesse even. Jesse, you're the only one. I think you went Tennessee, John, didn't you?
No, I did not. Yeah, I did. I went Tennessee, and I want those points, and I want $25 down on it. I'm betting on the Titans.
Okay. John, 25.
I must be crazy.
Honestly, they were awful. She'd even tell you they were terrible last week.
I'll take your word for it.
Tennessee. Jesse, you're the only one who hasn't picked this game.
Oh, I picked the Titans.
Oh, did you? Sorry,
Yeah.
I missed that.
Yep.
Bucks. Ooh.
All right.
Do you know this is an interesting game? This
It is
one.
a very interesting game. The Carolina Panthers at the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers really need this game to win. And the Panthers are playing well, man. Bryce Young's been doing pretty good. Over-under is 47.5. Buccaneers favored by 6.5. I almost like the Panthers in this game.
Hubbard is out though, is he not? Is he?
Hubbard's on IR.
now?
Yeah.
Just
And
today.
that's
wasn't it?
why I'm going to take the Bucks. Fuck,
Yeah.
man. It'd be really cool
He was a
if the
big.
Panthers
He was a
won.
big outlet. He was a big outlet for them as well.
Yeah, it'd be really cool if the Panthers won, and then we can just cruise into the playoffs like, what, 2 weeks?
Well, I'll tell you what. This is your big, gigantically huge Jesse. Big, easy money, same game. Parlay of the week.
I got Baker Mayfield alt 200 passing yards, Bryce Young alt 200 passing yards, Bucky Irvin 50-plus rushing yards, Bucky Irvin 2 receptions, Mike Evans 60-plus receiving yards with 5 receptions, also Mike Evans. Adam Thielen 40-plus receiving yards and 4-plus receptions for a plus 658. And I have hit on my same game parlays. twice now.
You have. And you put $100 on that same game parlay?
This one's 200.
Ooh, okay. You go. Nice. Max, have we done yours yet?
No, we're getting there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we're getting there. Let's see here.
So, John.
I'm taking the Bucks, but I'm taking the Panthers to cover.
Okay.
All right. I think early in my card, I think I said 8.5 because I'm kind of blind and it was too small, but it's 6.5. But I'm taking the Panthers to cover. I do like the over in this game, so I'm going to parlay both of that with a $50 bet, and then I'm leaving it alone after that.
Has anyone got that at all? Has anyone got the odds for that? So Carolina to cover plus the over 50.
Plus 230.
I'm trying to do it.
Plus 230. Thank you. So, Max, what are you doing on this game?
Give me Carolina for the book.
Yes.
Give me Carolina. Just because.
Even without Hubbard. Even without
Hubbard, because you know what?
Or with Brooke, without Brooke. Who is it? Is it Miles Sanders?
Mike Boone and
Mike Boone.
Mike Boone is one of my
Mike Boone
great
sounds like he
fantasy
should be
scorers.
fixing the radiator in your car.
Exactly. You got something wrong with them back sprockets.
Sounds like your foo frangle's not attached to your wooshwazzle there.
According to Schefter, it's going to be Raheem Blackshear and Mike Boone carrying the load for the Panthers.
Have you ever noticed, like, when Schefter is on social media with a video or something like that, where he's like doing a Zoom or something like that? He looks like he's got a fucking Nokia phone camera. Holy shit, his camera's terrible. That's Adam Schefter. You'd think ESPN would send him at least $50 to get a halfway decent fucking camera.
Scott's wife has made his dinner.
Oh, good.
And she's
Scott, what's for dinner? What's Karen make?
I've got soup. I've got soup and rolls, so vegetable.
Oh, it's called soup. Is that what he said? It's called soup. Take all these vegetables and meat particles and
type
whatnot.
of
We
soup,
put them in a
Scott?
stock that we make out of either chicken broth or beef broth.
It's veg. It's veg with some
pig's
leftover gammon from the other day from Christmas
Gammon?
time.
What the hell is gammon?
Ham. A ham. Cooked ham.
Just say ham.
Well, no, it's a gammon.
That's more syllables.
Don't
Just say
pick on
ham.
him. There's traditions. It's Christmas traditions. It's a gammon. What's the difference?
Lentil, vegetables, and gammon. Yeah, it's nice.
Well, I mean, what's the difference between a gammon and a ham?
So a gammon is your ham is just normal. We would have sliced ham that you would put in a sandwich, very thin. Gammon is a little bit thicker, but it's cooked. Obviously, you cook it yourself and then slice it off, same as you would do. I think you guys get a ham and cook it up, don't you? It's the same thing. There's not much difference.
So just call it a thick cut ham.
There we
Just
go.
let him call it whatever the hell he wants. That's what I say.
Also, Dad, to answer your question, Miles Sanders is on IR.
All right. He's on the where the hell is Miles Sanders? By the way, come on into John's brothel. We've got just what you need. I'll tell you, anything for any taste. You want fat women bouncing up and down on a balloon wearing high heels? We've got fat women bouncing up and down on a balloon wearing high heels. You want a Brazilian woman to fart in your ear? We're all set. If you want straight up, turn the lights off, put the goddamn sheet over her with a little tiny hole in it so you can bang her that way so nobody can see what's going on, we have the very ultra religious room just for you. And that's about all I got. Come on in. John's brothel.
It's a brothel with 3 rooms.
That's right. Well, we got more rooms. We got rooms to satisfy every taste. We have the aquarium room with a very horny dolphin in it. So come on by.
Against the Deshaun Watson-less Browns.
Speaking of Deshaun Watson,
Exactly.
Deshaun Watson room comes with an assortment of insertables, so you can all have your fun.
They did restructure his contract earlier.
They
this
did.
week.
I saw that.
All right.
Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns. Dolphins are favored by 6.5. Over under is 37.5.
Who is playing quarterback? Who's playing quarterback for the Browns?
DTR. It's DTR.
Ugh.
You say that about most games anymore. That's the fact. And I was talking about with Max before the show started. If you really look objectively at the NFL slate every week, most games are just shit. Most games are crap, right? And I keep harping on this nonsense about the rules to protect the quarterbacks because look at the quarterbacks we're seeing this week.
In the past couple of weeks, there's been some good games on the docket.
Sure, there has been. But the majority of games, I mean, if there's 16 games on the slate, I'd venture to say that 10 of them are just mediocre at best. There's at least 7 or 8 of them that are just awful fucking games. But the thing is, the worst football is better than the best basketball.
That's true.
Yep, it is.
That's true.
Sorry. That's
Do
right.
you want anything
Not taking the Dolphins in this?
I am taking the Dolphins in this, but I would like to put 50 on the over. I think the Dolphins are going to run up some points, but I think that the Browns are capable of doing so as well. It's not going to be a bad day. It's not going to be terrible. It's going to rain a little bit, but it's not going to be something that's really going to make it like impossible for the Dolphins to go up there and run their offense.
Y'all talk for a second.
All right, we're going to talk for a second while Jesse goes and puts a fire out. Let's see here. Jesse just realized that here at John's Brothel, we have security cameras trained on
The charges just came out of his bank account. That's what it was. he got that. He got that direct message.
Thank you for shopping at John's Brothel.
You all good, Jess?
Yeah, I just fucking put goddamn nicotine juice everywhere.
Okay.
That sucks. At least it wasn't your like colitis.
Max, I take it you're taking Miami for the win.
Yes.
I am too. Does anyone want anything parlay wise on this game?
Not me.
No. Okay, cool.
Not me.
Game of the week right here.
Game of the week.
Yeah.
By miles.
This is it right here. Green Bay Packers traveling to Minnesota to take on their rival, the Vikings. Vikings are favored by 1.5. Over under is 48.5. And this has major implications all over the NFC, mainly with us.
Go Vikings.
Vikings
Absolutely.
are going to win, and I think they're going to win big. Give me the Vikings, laying the points, putting 100 on it.
Wow. Big. Like as in how much big? Because 1.5 isn't a whole lot to lay.
By 5 at least.
Boy, I tell you what.
I said garbage time touchdown to make it close. How about that?
I've had a hard time all day with this game. All right, I really have because
It's
I'm
only
not sure.
12.
And this is more of a heart play too, because
Yeah.
Packers are good. They are.
They are really
it's
good.
a good game.
They're really
But we definitely want the Vikings to win this game.
That's true. All right, so I'll tell you what. I will take the Vikings to win because I think that they will win. They are at home. But boy, it's hard for me to make that pick. I'm not going to put anything down on it. I will put $50. Actually, you know what? Excuse that. Double that. Put $100 down on the over. I think this game could have 60 points easily. And yeah, that's where I'm going to go with this right now. I'll probably have some more to put down on it, but let's get some other opinions first. Max, is this your long shot?
This is my long shot of the week.
This is Max's long shot of the week. There it is. Max's long shot of the week.
I've
I
got
kind of like that graphic.
the Vikings to cover.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the over for the points. I've got Jordan Addison over 59.5 receiving yards. I've got Josh Jacobs with 2 touchdowns, but under 73.5 rushing yards. And I've got Aaron Jones over 19.5 receiving yards. And I want $100 down on that, please.
Got you. It's in the book.
Because the Vikings
all I do now is every time we do the shows, I write down the time on the top left hand side and go back and check it because I haven't got time to write this down, man. But yeah, that is a good. Actually, looking at that, it's a good bet. I quite like that.
Vikings have the number 1 rush defense in the league, but Josh Jacobs scores from the 1-yard line. As a Jordan Love fantasy owner, come on.
Yeah,
but I mean, I went against Lamar in the championship, guys.
I'm also taking Minnesota for the win. I just think I've tried to back against Sam Darnold all year, And he just keeps pulling it out of the bag. And when I look at their weapons against what Green Bay has, I mean, Dobbs, no, Watson, maybe. Jordan Love is very good in the pocket, but this Brian Flores defense just will scare the shit out of Green Bay. And I think Jesse's probably more on. I think the Vikings will win this by 7.
And here's the big thing, too, is Toyotathon is now over. And Jordan Love outside of Toyotathon is not good.
What the fuck does that? What does that
What's
mean?
Toyotathon? Yeah.
So Toyotathon is the Toyota thing they run for the Christmas holiday in December. If you look at Jordan Love's career statistics outside of December, like from the December 1st to Christmas, it's completely different.
Let me tell you something.
Really?
It's similar to the Kyler Murray with Call of Duty.
Oh wow!
Like
okay.
it's weird how.
You know why Kyler Murray's not playing.
I know that, but look.
But is Jordan Love just out test driving Toyotas all fucking night?
Statistics say
I love a Tacoma.
he is great the first 3 weeks of December.
Toyotathon.
That Tacoma's kicking.
Okay. Max is brought to you by bullshitstats.com, where we look up nothing but shit you don't need to know. You know, in Cleveland, if 14% of the population wears green socks on a Tuesday, the Browns always cover.
Yeah. What's the weirdest offensive lineman thing that you've seen bought by a quarterback this year?
13 seconds is here. Yeah.
What's up, 13 seconds? Nice to see you.
I barely lasted that long last time I had sex.
Well, hey, man, as long as it was fun. As long as it was fun. I'm not going to say a word, Scott.
Why am I catching strays?
I'm not sure. I just wanted to. I was trying to prompt. Never mind. Okay. All right. So, are we done with props on this game? We can't be. There's no way. Jesse always puts 100 props on this game.
Yeah, no, I'm not putting nothing on it.
Nothing?
Nothing. I think we're done, aren't we? Max has got his long shot on. You've got the over, and you've got the Vikings as well, minus the 1.5. So,
because my props
strangely
are
unsatisfied by this pick.
This game right
here. The Monday night game. Is this Monday night football? It is, isn't it?
Detroit Lions facing the San Francisco 49ers. The Niners are only favored by 3.5. I don't
get that.
I don't necessarily understand that. I guess it's because the Niners are at home, I guess. But Detroit should. I think this would be a high-scoring game. I'll probably take the over in this game. Put me $50 on the over. But I do have a bet that I will throw out there. And bear with me, Scotty. Make sure you have ink in that pen as soon as my real bets come up. Come on, what the hell's going on here? All right, Max, what do you got? Well, this is being stupid.
On this, give me Detroit to cover, but give me the under 50.5. And I'm going to put $50 on that at a plus 237.
Plus 237 under. But who to cover? You want the 3.5
Detroit to
the
cover.
Lions?
Yes.
Yeah. Got you.
All right.
Okay, John, have you got anything on this game?
Yes, I do. I'm going to put $100 down on Detroit to cover. They could sneeze their way through this game. And I mean, look, people can make all the goddamn reasoning, but I put everything down on the 49ers last week, and they were the team that fucked me in Miami. So if they can't do that they're not going to beat this team at home. No way. Detroit's going to rumble all over them. So $50, Lions given 3.5. I'm also going to put together a parlay of a George Kittle anytime touchdown, Jahmyr Gibbs anytime touchdown, Brock Purdy under 254.5 passing yards, and Juwan Jennings over 62.5 receiving yards. That's a plus 1899.
What was Jennings' receiving yards?
62.5.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you ready for my?
And that was.
Well, just to make sure that everybody out there in podcast land understands, 13 seconds is here.
All right.
How much you on that one, John? 50.
Yes.
Got you. Sorry, Jesse. Yeah, go ahead, mate.
Alt rushing yards, Jahmyr plus 60. Alt receiving yards, Amon-Ra St. Brown plus 50. 40 yards for Kittle. 25 for Jamison Williams. 25 for Deebo Samuel. 40 for Laporta. 25 alt receiving yards for Gibbs. Juwan Jennings, 40 yards, alt receiving yards. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 5+ receptions. Kittle, 4 receptions. Juwan Jennings, 3 receptions. Deebo Samuel, 3 receptions. Jameson Williams, 3 receptions. Jahmyr Gibbs, 2 receptions. Purdy with 200 yards. And Goff with 200 yards.
There you go.
For 1842 plus.
There you go. And for anybody that hits that parlay, free rectal massages here at John.
Is that 50? Is that 50?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be on Jessy.
John, what was your plus minus on your one? Sorry.
It was plus $18.99.
Was it?
Yes, it was.
Nice. Got you.
And if I hit that, 25% off rim job at John's Brothel.
Okay. John, Detroit. That's fine. And then the game of the week.
Another game of the week. Yes, that's right. The biggest game of the day, as far as we're concerned, anyway.
Atlanta Falcons come into Landover Mellon to take on the Washington Commanders. Commanders are only favored by 3.5 now.
Ooh, it's dropped.
Yep, it's dropped. Yeah, I don't like that too much.
Well, it's because they cut Fedarian Mathis.
Yeah, fucking Fedarian. Over under is 46.5. It's a big game for the Commanders. Win, and they are in. No questions asked. Who wins this game?
I think the Commanders win this game. I think the Commanders win this game, and I think that I'm going to go ahead and give the 3.5 points. 4.5 would have scared me, but 3.5 makes me feel much better because, I wouldn't have wanted to win by 4.5. And I'm also going to take the under, parlay that for $50.
Rainy game. Yeah,
rainy game.
Definitely with you on the under. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. Something like 19,
I think the Commanders could easily win the game, like 26-10.
Can someone look at that? What that is? Minus the 3.5 and the under for Washington.
Hang on a minute.
Plus 269.
There you go.
Thank you. Jesse, what says you?
Yeah, give me the Commanders.
Okay, Max.
Give me Washington for the book.
Same for me. Definitely. Do you?
And that'll be that. All right, so score predictions. Do we got any score? I said 26-10.
You said 26-10.
Yes.
John. Max, what was our score?
I think it was 27-21, something like that.
27, yeah. Or 28, 20 or something.
Something similar to that.
I'll say 24-19.
24-19.
You said 19-13 yesterday.
Yeah. I got 2 chances to get the score right. Fuck it.
There you go.
Nice.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. I would say, is everybody giving their scores?
Yeah.
Good, because I never pay attention when we're doing this. But, all right, so tomorrow after the football game, typically we'll get together with the mashup and, go over what we just saw. But it's going to be, 5 o'clock in the morning for you guys? We're going to have to catch Burrows coming out of bed. So chances are, unless we win and go to the playoffs, I would think that if we're in the playoffs, everybody's coming in. But I'm not going to promise anything. So we might be here for the mashup directly after the football game on Sunday night. If not, we will see you Friday or for Monday afternoon at 5:30. Sorry, these holidays in the middle of the week got me all fucked up, man. I don't know what day it is. So we'll see you Monday at 5:30 to discuss all the happenings in the football game against the Falcons with the Commanders. And then the 1 Point Safety Show. Are you guys playing this Thursday?
We are this Thursday, yeah.
All right, well, so what time is midnight over there for you guys for New Year's Eve?
7 o'clock.
It's at midnight.
7.
It's
Yeah,
at
but
7?
for you, it's 7 o'clock.
For you, it's well. Wait a minute. See, now this is where it gets all fucked up. So I should think that Scott should be able to give me some scores of New Year's Day games or New Year's Eve games. But it doesn't quite work that way.
It doesn't. No.
No, it doesn't. All right, so
time zones.
Yeah, we might be on Monday night. We might just have some New Year's resolutions for you guys, and that might be a little bit of fun. So until then, we will see you later.